what's up? I'm Roxanne Avalon, and on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at fire-breathing McLarens, Ferrari-killing Porsches, and Lambo orgies? Awkward. Plus, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 Porsche versus Ferrari showdowns. We got all that coming up right here on Inside Cars. First up, McLaren has released a sensational video for its brand new P1, and let me tell you, this thing is ridiculous. This monster is going to put out 900 horsepower and reach a top speed up to 240 miles per hour. Plus, it spits flames. Yeah, I mean, what else would you expect from a $1.5 million car? Yeah, the price tag is kind of a downer, but the rest of the car is totally awesome. Next up, you might have thought you would never see it in your lifetime, unless you live anywhere near Beverly Hills, then it happens pretty much every day. But some rich and probably snobby Lambo owners film themselves speeding around in their ultra-exclusive Aventadors. Now, if you need some reminding, the Aventador is Lambo's top-of-the-line car, and it only comes in at 400 grand. Yeah, no, seriously, 400 grand. But hey, I guess hitting 220 miles per hour is gonna cost you. Check it out. Moving on, Porsche just keeps on growing. First a sedan, then an SUV, now a supercar. Specs have leaked to what insiders are calling the Fee-Fi, as in Fee-Fi Faux Fum. Just kidding, car jokes are fun. Anyway, it's Fee-Fi as in Ferrari Fighter. The new supercar, called the 960, is gonna have a flat-8 engine backed by 4 turbos. Yeah, 4. Now Porsche is hoping to knock out Ferrari's next-gen Enzo, which is set to debut later this year. Now, to tone it down a bit, we're gonna be taking a look at something that seems more practical, even if it's just a concept for now. Kia has released images of its brand new Urban, which is a sporty little hatchback that they're hoping is gonna take down BMW's Mini, as well as Nissan's awkward-looking Juke. I mean, Kia, come on, if you set the bar at only beating out the Juke, you're really not challenging yourself, are you? Shifting gears, Porsche's 960 is trying to do some Ferrari spanking. This isn't the first time these Euro icons have clashed, so now we're gonna take a look at the top 5 biggest Porsche-Ferrari smackdowns. Now coming in at number 5 on our list is the original 911 versus the Dino. Now for this car, Ferrari teamed up with Fiat trying to build a cheaper, well, cheaper as far as Ferraris go, sports car. The Dino was beautiful, nimble, and kind of fast, but it just wasn't enough. The 911 was not only cheaper, it was way better on the track, and of course had a devoted fan base. Sorry Dino, score 1 for Porsche. Next up at number 4 is the Porsche 917 versus the Ferrari 512. These were 2 of the greatest machines to ever grace a track, and I mean ever. Both of these had 12-cylinder engines, lightweight bodies, aerodynamic shapes, and millions of dollars behind them. But when all was said and done, it was the Porsche 917 that came out the victor after winning first and second place at the 1970 Le Mans. Score 2 for Porsche, 0 for Ferrari. Coming in at number 3, now these 2 were rich boys race toys. Now these were both track-focused versions of the company's leading cars with almost identical specs. The problem, Ferraris cost almost twice as much. Yeah, that makes no sense. Sorry Ferrari, 1 more for Porsche. Bing, bing, bing. Now, number 2 is a good one. Battle of the 80s supercars. The 959 versus the F40. These were 2 of the fastest cars of their time. Now, the F40 could actually pass 200 miles per hour with the Porsche not far behind. Now, the 959 was more of your everyday car, while the Ferrari was more meant for the track. But let's face it, both of these cars are icons and totally awesome. So I'm gonna call it a draw. 1 point for each. All right, it's time. Numero uno. The biggest showdown between Porsche and Ferrari comes between the Carrera GT and the Ferrari Enzo. Both of these cars were made with the highest possible technology that each company had to offer, easily passing the 200-mile-per-hour mark. But we're gonna give this one to Ferrari. I mean, the Enzo was faster, easier to drive, and more collectible. And the Enzo actually still sells for twice the original price. Talk about lasting appeal. So to sum it up, I guess Porsche is going to win this segment of Shifting Gears 4 against 2. But let's face it, we love both Porsche and Ferrari, and I'll take any one if it's given to me. Well, that wraps it up for today, guys. Make sure you remember to leave your comments, recommendations, requests. If you post a comment, someone's gonna respond. Make sure you also check out our new blog on Tumblr. You can follow me on Twitter at Roxanne Avalon, and we'll see you next time right here on Inside Cars.